The eyebrows. This is a naughty song, John. Are your barn my barn?
Ooh, I like that.
You like that?
Yes, the pussycat swivel.
Meow.
Don't ever do that again.
By the way, someone said we were talking about having talking to my friend about having a dog spa, and he goes, "You know what you should call it? Bow wow." And I was like, "No one's gonna say that though. They're gonna go.
No one will say it that way. That's
No
right.
one's gonna go,
That's
bow
right.
wow."
Good morning.
Good morning to our millions of fans. I keep doing that. I gotta get rid of this hair. Listen,
Listen, that's
every
what I
5
did.
seconds I'm
I
like,
kept doing
"Hi."
that too. I got rid of all mine, so I don't blame you.
I brought the ponytail holder. How are you, Johnny John?
I'm well, thank you. You don't have to put it up in a ponytail. Why are you doing that?
Okay.
It's cute. Today it's cute.
I know it was looking pretty good. I'm gonna screw it up. That's all.
You have what are you drinking out of this morning?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Payroll partners.
Oh,
See, I'm just
David
so
Noe,
glad. It was so
Noah,
sweet.
thank
It
you
was
for sending
so
those.
sweet for you giving us these cute little cups.
And
Oh,
I've got mine from
how did you
Dave
get a
Ralph.
happy dance? Why don't I have a happy dance?
From Dave Ralph and Brian Adams. Thank you so much for my happy
Wait,
dance.
no. Listen, I've known those people for years.
Yeah, but knowing people and being liked by people are
They
two
paid
very
for
different.
my child to go to cheerleading camp, but no mug.
But no mug.
They made a donation to the Parkinson's Foundation. No, maybe that's what it is. They're like, Jackie, you just keep making us give to all these causes.
That's right. You got cash and I got a mug. So that's,
all right. Okay.
Although this is a nice size. This is a smaller one.
Anna
You know what I
Morgan
mean?
is here and Kyra's here.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Oh, I am so glad that y'all are here.
Oh my gosh, Anna, thank you so much.
I
look
know.
Fabulous.
Listen. Oh my God.
So great. Good morning, Sarah Grace. We're so glad to see so many of you. We got
jealous of the name Sarah Grace.
Lots to talk about.
Girl.
Oh, Kyra saying hi to me. That's how she says hello to me. Rude.
Can I show you something? So, we're part of the Waco Chamber, and they were trying to give my husband swag, and my husband said, no swag. We have swag all over the house.
Everywhere.
Decorate, no. And they said, no, you don't have anything like this. And, not sponsored, but let me just tell you, this is Carlson Cares. Now, they're a law firm, but you think this is markers, right? No. This is the best swag ever. And so for all of you, maybe your last minute, inside it has insect repellent, hand sanitizer, sunscreen, bite relief, and after sunburn spray. This is the best thing
I've never seen that before. I have never seen that before.
It's colorful. It's handy. It comes in its own case.
Listen, all of our HR tech vendors that are watching this morning, get that for the conference.
Because we are always at the pool.
That is so convenient.
This is so
I will be. I'll be topless at the pool in Vegas for those interested September 15th.
And if you're injured, call 8334 Colson.
Jackie knows I do my pool day before the HR tech soiree begins, and Monday the 15th I will be floating
and I'll
in
be
the pool.
Spraying you with this.
She'll be spraying me. I will have all the picks with the nips. So whatever you need, come on.
I'm bringing it. Now, I don't know what it smells like. I probably should smell it before I bring it.
Doesn't matter.
But
I mean, have you been in the pool in Vegas? It don't smell pretty in that either.
I know. I don't get in that nasty skin soup.
I get in that skin soup, no problem. Not the jacuzzi, but I will get in the pool.
Okay. Yeah. Not the skin soup. The pool.
No, the jacuzzi is like it's bouillabaisse. That's
freaking patient zero. Do not get in there.
Woo! When we got the pool at our house, they were like, "So do you want to do the jacuzzi? Float down. The water
No,
can flow down into the
absolutely
pool."
not.
Kathy's like, "We are not
Disgusting.
getting a jacuzzi. Zero
No,
chance."
that
Yeah.
is disgusting.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
and for everyone who has one, yeah, I'm judging you because that's gross
We're judging you because we don't do other gross things, but the
at all.
jacuzzi, we put our foot down at the jacuzzi.
That's where I draw the line.
But you start to
You
spill
wanna
my
you
beer on
wanna
the
drink out
table,
of the
I'm
same
like,
cup, you wanna drink out of the same cup, you wanna have a bite of my burger with dirty hands, fine.
darn
But
it,
that
half my drink is
jacuzzi,
on the tabletop. Can I have a straw, please?
that's right, that's right. But that jacuzzi, and I'm done.
Jacuzzi's out. Out.
Absolutely not.
I mean, we got lots going on. How about this morning's crazy, crazy news of a very large company going private again? Did you see that?
No, who? What?
Dayforce.
Pardon me?
Dayforce.
Really,
Wait till you see
J-Force?
this number 12.1, 12.3 billion.
Are you serious?
Um,
12.3 billion, girl.
Towers, something I forget. The larger equity investor, they are pulling
Ooh,
Dayforce. For those of you not from old Ceridian, they are pulling it back
yes.
from public and going private.
Okay, Tom Bravo.
Tommy Bravo. I know. I know. I was like, here's the deal. You can have Humoriso for 10% of that. It's a
Listen,
steal. I'll do
you can have Jackie Clayton
1.23.
for $25 and a burger. Tom's is hot out there. It's hot out there.
12.3
Listen,
billion.
if you just 200,000, I'm yours. You
That
know,
is a huge, first of all, for the market, I honestly think
12.3 billion.
it
That's
is
kind of a
huge.
crazy investment, right? I mean, that's
It's amazing.
right now you're in HCM like you're doing. Somebody called me, an investor called to do and I'm like, yo, the market is pivoting. That's wild.
I know. And I want to make sure, let me give a shout out, by the way. Jessica Chung sent me that this morning so that I knew first thing when I woke up. And so, you've got the analysts who I know are going to be putting some good work out over the next few days. So if you're on LinkedIn following, Jess at Mercer and a bunch of other folks, keep your eye on a lot of the reporting that'll come from this. I think
Yeah.
it's a really interesting inflection to have this occur. To Jack, to your point, like the market's tenuous.
Yeah.
That's a huge investment. I think you're going to start to see Dayforce make some runs at some stuff that maybe they haven't been making runs at. So mid
No, I
market, I
think
think they're
so.
coming for you. They're coming for you.
They said, and the thing is, here's the other part. Shareholders are getting $70 a share. That's 32% premium over the pre-price, the rumored price.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, I searched high and low, of course, this morning in my stock portfolio. I ain't even got half a share. I wish I had some
I
stock.
got one stock of old Ma Bell, let me tell you. Ah,
Ooh, my bell. You just
yeah,
frame that. You missed
that's
your payday on
right.
that. Just frame that certificate. But that's huge. I think that it's honestly,
That's
Jackie and I will
really,
be at the HR Tech conference in about 3 weeks, and I think that's really encouraging for investors,
I think
for
so too.
right organizations that are looking for some seed or series related monies.
Yes,
Yeah,
because I'm telling you, it's like we said, just like last week, like they're realizing AI can do a lot, but you're gonna have to deal with these people.
you can't get
Y'all
around
gonna have
that.
to deal with these people.
You cannot get around that. It's been a week of me
Yeah.
dealing with people, and it's not. I know that sounds funny, but I mean like dealing with people, and it's like that AI is not going to handle that
No,
at all,
absolutely not.
at all. And the other fun news, and I love that we're talking about layoffs, right? In the sense of business
That's not
construct.
fun.
I love that we're going to talk about it because I think we need to.
Yeah,
Um, the
I agree
business
with you.
construct idea. How about now this? I'm going to say it, and if people want to at me, that's just what it is. But my boy, Marcus Lemonis, oh my stars. Love that dude. Love that dude. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, first of all, Marcus used to have a show called The Profit with an F,
Yes,
right? Not a
really
PH.
cool.
Very cool show. Came in, helped lots of small businesses really scale. I mean, just we know that how many small businesses have we worked with, and you just they don't know. They're just not exposed to some of these things to know how to go from A to B. And it's not a judgment, it's just the reality of what you've been exposed to.
Right.
He would come in and help these businesses. Anyway, he's behind a lot of brands, if you know Camping World and stuff like that. So he took over. Now Bed Bath and Beyond went bankrupt. Y'all remember that? Bankrupt.
And I
Like
love them.
I know, two little over 2 years ago,
Yeah.
some 3 years ago, something like that. He stepped in a little while ago and uh, resuscitated, is chairman of the board, brought in a bunch of investors. They are going to reopen probably stores of different scale, not as huge probably as what
Well,
it
because they
was,
should
right?
have never. But that
Oh
was
my gosh, they
back
were
when to like
massive.
the best. Remember Circuit City? It was when all of these stores started
Everything
popping
was
up.
huge box.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, yes. So I'm not in on the design of it, but my understanding is not quite as large. But reopening brick and mortar, he started with bedbathandbeyond.com, and that has is doing well. They're taking a lot of orders in, shipping out, and so he's like, we're ready to go
Really?
brick and mortar, coming back retail. Everybody coming back retail, except can't make a way into California because of all of the restrictions
Stop.
and all of the compliance that has to happen. So Marcus announced that they will be reopening in 49 states, not
Shut
California.
up. I love that.
And he was sad about it. Honestly, he was like, he's like, I'm a business owner. I want to be everywhere, but we cannot make it work. And what it will cost our consumers, what it will do to our employees, we can't make it work in California. California is business restrictive, and we're not going to open there. Newsom gets on and belittles reopening Bed Bath and Beyond. Didn't that
Wanna talk
company
about
go
Gavin.
bankrupt?
Listen, he's under a lot of stress right now
But he has time to go on
and
X
on
and
fire. Yeah,
post
what
things.
the fuck are you talking? I'm sorry. I thought we're amongst friends.
We're amongst
What the
friends.
fuck are you doing?
He
Boy,
goes on
sit
X.
your ass back down. You went on X. Sit your ass. Listen,
I know.
quit
I
trying to
know.
be quit
We do, we do love our
quit trying to be
California
all the
artists.
things. Stop it. See, this is when people start getting all thinned out. They
I
lose
know.
focus. They don't know what
I
they're doing
know.
anymore. Speaking of
I
which,
know.
and y'all, seriously, did you know Darwin? Do you know the product Darwin?
Yeah.
Darwin box?
Yes.
Because Darwin box just got another $40 million. It's not 12 billion, but like this is after they got 140 million at the beginning of the year. What
Yep.
y'all doing? What
Yes.
y'all doing?
Yes. Yes.
Because
That's
people's
another good
100
sign, though.
best company, it's a great sign, but you look at the people's 100 most caring companies, they're not in it. You would think for $180 million, you could care a little. You could
Just a
be
little.
maybe they're number 101 because
I
that's
mean, it's just like, first of all, we are in no position
at
to
all.
minimize anything that anybody is doing to expand the economy. We really ought to
Because
be thoughtful about it and
how you
help.
gonna just be like, no, don't come in?
Don't come here. We don't want your bankrupt business. And I mean, I
You
have to tell
don't
you,
take your pillows
I
and
know.
leave.
I have to say, and again, if you feel some sort of way about Marcus, because he's a capitalist, I get it. I would just watch the video of his response. And he was like, his response on X, by the way, to Governor Newsom, super classy, was like, I really want to talk about the problem. This isn't about, poking personally at anybody. It's a limiter to business coming in because of the amount of hoops that have to be jumped through.
Well, and it's about time somebody said something because
Right.
right in this flat kind of you can work everywhere. We all know, especially in HR, how many hoops you got to jump through just to work. And you got different rules, and different
Yes.
data restrictions, and
Yes.
different tax, and different your minimum in the So, I mean,
And
but I mean,
it's hard when you have even within a state where, like, honestly, you cross county lines and the rules change, and you're
they
like,
do.
wait a minute, I thought like a state like California is does that, and that's tough on business.
It is tough.
I'm not saying not to open in California. It's just tougher, very tough.
I y'all know I live in Waco, and like I love the dogs. And I was just reading something like do volunteer work with a company called Pet Circle. There's another organization that said we're going to take back the dogs that go to that center because they charge so much, and we're taking it back in house. And the company that's going to sponsor them they're based out of California, and it's going to save us like $300 a dog or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah.
we need to have a conversation about what's it cost. People don't recognize what's happening and talk about real business because it never comes up, right? When you might think about these little things, you don't think about the impact, the overall impact. When you hear these things in the news, start researching behind it, the reasoning behind it, and the people behind it, and what's really going on. Sorry, I just am like,
No, I think that's
things
where
unexpected things
now
going on.
here's what I know will happen. Watch bedbathandbeyond.com have a fantastic
Go
third
through the
quarter,
roof. That's right.
because people will, the way that we will know that people, I'll use the word resonate with a position, is through their wallets. And people, there will be people who will say he's right. It is too hard to open in California. Let's not let that be a deterrent to their financial success. We're going to order stuff. And he was like, California, we are open for business online for you. He's like, I'm working to get 24 to 48-hour delivery on everything you order coming into California. I'll get it to you in 24 to 48 hours. I want to do business in California, but opening up stores, the hurdles are just too high.
And don't act like you don't have 35 Brookstones open or empty up and down the coast.
Right? Right.
Like,
Honestly,
just give them all the
walk
old
around
shopper
San
images.
Francisco.
Stop
Walk
it.
around San Francisco.
Don't walk around San Francisco unless you're
Well, that's a
packing.
whole other thing.
You better take
That
your
is actually
AK.
true. That is
Listen,
true. But the amount of
because
empty commercial space, retail space, it's like crazy. And our executive producer Jamie just like, you can't have Spirit Halloween in every one of those empty spaces.
right,
You can't
right.
do that. Like,
Come on.
you got to let people open up.
And the thing is, it's like by having those. I mean, I laugh about all the empty Brookstones, but there's lots of. He's going back brick and mortar and doing this push, and it could really affect everyone else, right?
When New York City, this is the stat I keep coming back to. New York City has closed 30 to 40% of the Dwayne Reeds.
Yes. And granted,
There were
they
too
have way
many.
too many. Wait, if you know New York City, every 2 steps is a Dunkin',
Yes.
Starbucks,
Yes.
and Dwayne Reed.
And you said the second one. New York City is the only major metropolitan city where Starbucks had to close locations because there's no one's coming into the city anymore. Businesses
Right,
didn't return. They haven't returned. They're staying where they are in Jersey or Pennsylvania or Connecticut.
right.
Like, they're not coming back into the city. We've got to figure out, and New York City, San Francisco, all these places, they need those dollars, those tax dollars for the infrastructure that they have in place. We're talking about layoffs. You're affecting pensions for unionized and city related workers in those places. That money isn't there anymore because a portion of that
Oh,
pension comes from the tax revenue that's
that's right.
disappearing.
That's right. That's right.
Come
And
on.
all of the costs and letting people,
You got Baldino on all this
probably
business stuff today. Woo!
listen. I think they should just give you your own show on CNN.
Oh my gosh, no. My gosh, no. I would be
The
in
lies
tears
that you would
or
tell.
yelling.
Right.
Tears or
Both.
yelling.
A little bit
I,
of both. You probably yell through the tears, to
what
be
do
honest.
you mean? I don't.
I will tell you,
Yeah.
um, I had the girls over yesterday. We had a little charcuterie, had a little plum cots, very relaxing. And
Love that.
I was just like,
And
a
the
little
dogs were very
biscotti,
relaxed as well.
known as no,
No,
they're not at all.
right.
Known as biscotti. I just want everybody not sponsor. Known as biscotti. They have a lemon biscotti. Delicious.
Delicious. And then they have the chocolate almond dipped one.
Which that's
Oh
the
my
one that like that's your entry drug is that chocolate one. But for
y'all,
the first
that
time we got
biscotti
the
dipped
lemon,
in a cup of coffee.
forget
Oh
about
my
it.
gosh, so good.
I started drinking tea. So then the lemon, I mean, some people put it
That's
in,
great in
but
tea.
lemon,
That must be great in a cup of
like,
tea. Why? And but
I mean, I'm
here's the
sure
thing
what's our
about
topic
Nona.
about biscotti? What was our topic today? Food.
Don't read the label. That's the only problem.
Oh, I did. And there were 120 calories for 3 biscotti, about the size of your pinky, maybe your
Yeah,
thumb.
yeah. It takes care of if you have a cavity, it's enough to fill it. Like that's and
And
then you get
when do you think I read that?
after you ate it.
After my 9th biscotti.
I just
I'm
did that
like,
this morning. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Mandy. By the way, I'm seeing some people in the chat.
that's
Um, First of all, Sean, he has to stop hating on me because we're going to get him there early enough. He's going to join us in the pool on Monday,
yes, he
the
will.
15th. He has to arrive sooner.
Absolutely.
We needs to be in that
And
pool.
hold on, I need to get something. I will be right back.
While she goes and does that, yes, let me also say, by the way, that at HR Tech, Jackie and I will be there, and so we'll be broadcasting live probably on Tuesday that week. We'll be early that week because Thursday is the conference is ending, and it's hard for us to get space to do the show from anywhere. So look for us probably on Tuesday the 16th. As it gets a little closer, we will let you know. But our day will change that week because of the conference.
Oh yes, yes it will. Yes, it
Yeah.
will. We'll be live and we'll do our swag.
We'll do it live. Yep.
We got this in one of our swags. This is from Print Faction.
Oh, Printfection. Yeah. I have stuff from them too somewhere.
Let me
Yes.
tell you,
What is
I
that
love
one?
them. This gets to so I don't look like I'm a sorority girl on Rush. Fits my white claws in it. And so it's
It fits my white clothes. Let me see if I have.
because they
I don't
always
have-
are making fun of me. It's by Corksicle. Printfection changed my life. Like
Listen,
it's
they're
next to my
good.
purse keys. Like I always use this thing.
They are good. Oh, look at the blessing in our lives, everybody. Talia is going to do a cooking show to teach us how to make biscotti.
Can you?
By the
teach
way,
me
if
how
y'all
to
are
make
not
it?
following Talia, be sure to do that.
We can. You'll teach us only if you can make it less than 120 for 3.
Talia, I think the rumor is Talia is actually coming to Florida to hang out at the Baldino Manse in October.
Really?
So maybe you guys will have to come as well, and we'll do a
Okay.
biscotti show live, the 6 of us, which will be a
Okay.
complete and utter disaster. I just want to be absolutely clear about that. It will be the funniest cooking show
We
ever
have a cooking
with
show.
crepes crepe looking things that are supposed to be biscotti. I'm just going to call it right now.
Damn it! I should have got the box.
Mine didn't rise.
Great.
It's the truth.
Mine's looking like an
Printfection, by the way, gave me a water bottle. The top of it is a Bluetooth speaker. So this way you could just have to bring, like if you don't want to carry so much to the beach, you have your water, which will stay cool. Throw a couple ice cubes in there, it'll stay cool. And then you've got your Bluetooth speaker right on the top, so you don't have to carry all these separate things. So smart.
It's my listen. You think we're just playing around? We really pay attention to the swag stuff, and when we find
100%.
good swag, we will support you. We'll follow you into the desert without a canteen.
And
Let me tell you,
sometimes the swag is just makes my heart happy.
some of it just makes my heart happy.
I mean,
But I'm
smart
telling you,
recruiters, Winston, come on. How do you not love this really freaky looking thing? I
but
love
if there's a fire, I'm grabbing this.
There's a fire. I will throw Winston at the fire. Here, take care of it.
Winston's going in, but this Printfection.
Winston's going up in flames. I hate to tell you. This
Sorry
is
about
gonna
it.
burn red.
sorry about it. With all my items. Listen, I give all the stuffies to the dogs. And the other day, it was my Isims, Ike that from years
Oh
ago,
my gosh.
beak gone, or wing gone,
Did
a
you
million purple
see? We
squirrels.
are going to talk more about the layoffs, I promise. Did
Yeah.
you see Elaine Orler post the old monster stuff that she found in her archives?
No, where did you
Oh,
post it on
I
LinkedIn?
have that. I had that same book about how to find a career, yeah,
I'm sure I
navigating your career. It was a monster manual. It was a book. I'm telling you, she was killing me with what she found in her archives. Um, Love that stuff. Like
what
we're at that age where we've got stuff. I'm like, wait, this is from a conference a couple years ago. No, honey, it says 2001 on the back of it. That's not a couple of years ago,
I see it. Yes,
right?
monster careers. That resume paper from Career Builder, I had that.
I'm telling. I was like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I was there
Listen.
when they gave them out. Yes.
She
Um,
also pulled out her 1998 HR Tech CD.
did you see those? I mean, she's so good.
Wow, Elaine, it's time.
Elaine is so good with the historical nostalgia stuff. I mean, saving all that stuff. I'm a purger,
Hoarders.
so that stuff
It's
I throw it all
literally
away.
HR Tech hoarders. We'll probably have one of those in the next 5 years with all the swag. Swag
Unreal,
hoarders.
unbelievable.
It'll
Okay,
be a 24-hour show. We'll all pull it out and we'll just, we'll
I'll
get
be
rid of
like, "Yep, I had that. I threw it away. Yep, I had that. I threw it away. Yep, I had that. I threw it." I mean, that's me. I just
it. Wait,
purge
I know where that
everything.
is. I did
In the gar-
say, because you do get of a certain age, there's an app that I'm starting to use called Sortly, where you take pictures of all your stuff and it will automatically help you put the things in the order. And you can say, do it for your yard sales. If it's like, and send it to your children, those of you with adult children, and be like, this is the stuff I'm throwing away. You send a link, it's a ask them, you can just get rid of it. And then your life.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That's a business idea, maybe.
No,
So let's talk about the thing. The thing is, in the past, I will just be practical, and this is no news to anybody. Over the last few weeks, I have had unfortunate conversations. I can think of four off the top of my head. Honestly, I haven't been keeping full count, but four off the top of my head over the last 3 weeks of folks that were laid off,
right,
displaced by either a structural change or just straight up the business is not financially well and we've got to cut folks. We don't want to, but we can't afford to keep everybody.
right.
Um, and listened to their stories about how the layoff went down, right? And I am heartened, at least in the last few, like I said, that I've talked to, that they felt talked to as a person, not just a number or we're cutting 10%, the bottom 10%, you're in that, that kind of thing. But felt that they had tried to do their very best to make it as heartfelt, um, not easy. Certainly, the news isn't easy, but tried to treat them as a person. So this idea of doing it with empathy and grace is possible, apparently.
I think it is possible. And I think the more people that do that, we could show a lot more grace, because the truth of the matter is somebody made a choice, right? And it didn't work out in the favor. And it wasn't you as an individual. There's multiple choices within an organization and it's not reflective of you. And it goes back to this, oh, I want you to think of it as a family. I want you to think of it as loyal, so that you get all shocked and then they say,
Yeah,
well, you don't perform very well. And it's like, you don't get rid of your mom for her bad cooking. Or you don't get rid of your sister because they didn't do one thing. Like, you don't do that in families.
maybe. But
Well,
go
I didn't say you didn't want to.
ahead.
I just said you didn't. And it's like, we have to look at these are business decisions, and it's worse in the layoffs because you have to get rid of good people.
Yes, yes. And that's the heartbreak sometimes, is like it is an absolute business need to cut expenses. It just is. And sometimes some people who get wrapped up in that are like good folks with good skill, good performance even. And it's like, I just can't afford what it costs to have you. I'm going to be so sad to let you go, but I
Yeah.
can't afford your level of expertise at this point because we're just not bringing in enough revenue.
I tell you, I talked to Jensen just last week. Jensen was my boss
Yeah, yeah.
at Textio, and talking about all of the things that are going on, and I was laughing with them because I was like, listen to this job description that I just got rejected for, and I was reading it to him, and I was like, and I just watched this other documentary, a woman who started a software company. She said, I got laid off 2 years ago. I made over 900 applications for jobs and I got 900 rejections. It is a different world right now.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
people can't tell what's making money or how to stop the bleeding because there's just no pulse point, and there hasn't been since the before times.
So you said something very offhanded and that I think I'd love to zero in on. I do want to say though, with our millions of fans, hi everybody. We're so glad you're here. Hey, I think in the chat, if you don't mind, and we'll share what we can, obviously. And if it's anything proprietary, please don't feel, that you need to. Um, like good air quotes, good layoff experience. Like, has there been anything that's been done for you if you ever were caught up in a riff where you were like, it sucked, but this was at least done well? What are those things that were done well? I think that's a good, I obviously I could ask about what didn't go well,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that just because if we're really trying to focus in on empathy and grace in this process, then let's get some examples of the ways in which people have been thoughtful about doing that as a business to an individual. But you said you talked to Jensen.
Yeah.
Now, contextually, I don't know, again, for everybody's sake, Jensen from Textio, you were a part of Textio, were caught up in a reduction, and you had a conversation with him last week.
Yeah.
That's interesting, right? Because I don't know if
And
most people
Karen,
would think
listen,
about, right?
and I will say, so to be more precise, like
Yeah.
at Textio with Kieran, I didn't talk to her for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really hard. It would be the same if you and I had a separation, where it'd be like, it
That's
would
not going
take
to
a
happen.
minute to get ever. But
Right.
it would
It
take
would
a minute.
take a minute. It would take you much longer than a
It would
minute if
take,
we had a riff. Don't act like that.
well, and that's the thing. Like people were like, well, I know you're angry and I know you're mad. And I was like,
Yeah.
yes. And I've known her for 12 years and I
Yes.
need a minute
Yes.
before what I want to say. And
Yes.
there's other people that I've had in the past. And, and if I saw them right now, what do they say? I wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire because of people that are full lies, right? Not for me, but for other people. I think I've had 2 layoffs.
Oh
They've
my
always been
gosh.
I've had 2 layoffs. They've always been fine. But I've seen some people that it's the ones that I get the most upset about, and what's so impactful are people that just got hired, like in the last month, or were part of a layoff. We have a good friend of both of ours, that was in 2 layoffs in the same year and
Oh
had no
gosh.
control over that. It's so important that you give people hope and a chance. You can't, there's only so much you can do, but especially when you know that people aren't prepared for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Nobody's fully prepared. But
No. Right.
when you're giving them, like, I think one of the things that was good, because got caught up in the layoff, but I was also part of 2 other layoffs at Textio prior to me being in
Yeah.
the 3rd round. Um, one of the things that we started doing was giving people their laptops. Just keep it.
Yeah.
Now, we were a company that didn't give brand new out of the box laptops, and we gave refurbished laptops in the first place. But we gave everybody their laptops because one of the things that's horrible is that you get laid off and now your computer doesn't work and
Right.
all your stuff is there, your resume is there. even though you probably have it on Drive somewhere or on an email somewhere or
Sure,
whatever.
sure, sure.
It's just like I go to other computers, I can't even type because I'm so used to. I literally put my laptop on my lap. I'm that girl. So
Well,
like
that's what it is called, a laptop.
it's a
Just so you know.
laptop, and I'm
It's a,
telling you, like you get so used to it, you become one with this thing.
that's
So
why
that's
I have this, because no matter what computer I use, as long as I have this bad boy, I mean, look at how worn it is
I
from
would
me
do that.
spacing,
Yeah, I'm a
but
little concerned about your space thumb.
I am a
Do you
angry
have a
spacer. I'm an
do you have
angry
a
spacer. No, my thumb is all right. I just
are you sure? Are you
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Um,
I'm
but
an
I
excellent typer. I type 80 words a minute.
Todd gets mad at me because I type and I turn because I work. I have a little work problem, and I turn the lights all the way off, and I'll be typing. He's like, "What are you doing? Like you can't see this." I was like, "I don't need to see.
You don't need to see
I
it.
don't need to see it." And
We are
he's like
QWERTY
in shock.
capable. QWERTY
Oh yeah,
capable,
in the
Todd.
dark.
Back off, buddy.
That's right.
The-
But I think giving people a chance. So giving them that, giving people LinkedIn Learning, giving them the pass where they can get the whatever version that I have that version, the premium version of LinkedIn.
oh, premium. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
those things I think are important. Or Coursera or something because you can have that and giving a little severance. I've heard of people lately because anybody who's getting laid off right now at Amazon, at Microsoft, if you read my newsletter, I've predicted over 400,000 being displaced because of AI. You have all of these people. This is not their first layoff.
Right,
So
right.
so
Yep.
you should
Verizon's
have,
the same way. Yep, yep, yep.
so when you're laying these people off, you can give them community to at least have something to do with that energy and
Well,
give
and
them
if
something to,
you and I, well, I guess maybe me more in the sense of, hey, we're going to add on outplacement support. We're going to add
yes,
on, and you know the companies. I don't need to say their names. You know the big mamas that are outplacement. They
that's
don't.
right. Get it?
Ah,
Ah, I hate them
I
the most.
can't do it with the rest of them because they're like people's names and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
no.
uh, like, I'm not saying don't do that, but I am saying you really need to know the partner that you're working with for those services to be given to
Yes,
displaced employees. Because if you are smaller, I hate to say this, if you are smaller, you probably don't get the same level of love than if you were larger because they like to work with more senior level folks.
that's
And
right.
so if you wind up having to do something where there is a reduction in force that is at the lower levels, let's say, of an org chart, and you want to give them an outplacement support, they might have a good experience with like a pseudo resume workshop one time thing, but everything else that you're trying to give them on top of that, even the interviewing skills, I've heard the reports of, a warehouse worker meeting with someone at one of these outplacement services who's
Right.
trying to help them with an interview, and the person who's doing the interview skills training has never worked a blue collar
That's right.
job in their life.
And the
They've never
person's like
been,
in
and they don't.
tears.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's
it's a
like
mess.
helping somebody at a divorce proceeding with their like Tinder profile.
Yeah,
Like, stop just a minute.
I just did. I one of the privileges I have here in the area is I partner with an organization called United Against Poverty, and they have me come in every 6-8 weeks, something like that, to work with some folks that are coming back into the workforce, either
Yes.
out of addiction or incarceration, and or just been a home caregiver for a long time and are coming back into the workforce. And even the basics of like your email of hotchocolate69 at yahoo.com.
I'm totally getting that email.
Oh no, somebody already has it.
Dang it.
Like I'm like, I'm not saying you can't have that as your email. I'm just saying, how about we create an additional email for that would go on the
That's
resume
right.
or on the job
Keep
application?
a hot
And
chocolate, but
just
also
absolutely right.
janematlock.com at
Correct.
gmail.com.
Right. I like them young 12 at Hotmail. Don't use that email address.
Please don't.
But I'm saying this to say I have for those folks who again are in some of those, I'll say more blue collar roles, who I'm just using a very simple example, who have those email addresses. They aren't even being advised by the outplacement support to say
Yeah.
that may not be the best email
Because
address to
most of the people
use
that you
because
work
they
with
don't
from
care.
those out places, they've never had a job. I mean, and let's talk about us Gen Xers. We've all seen, if we weren't part of the cafeteria layoffs,
Mm-hmm.
people remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the other room is getting
Yep.
laid off today. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
When you some and now it sounds
How do I
crazy.
remember those? I was the one to
Oh yeah,
giving the info saying
everybody in the
we love
cafeteria is
you
getting
all
laid off.
so
Those
much.
were the
Yes.
worst because you'd
Yes.
be like, it was like looking for some, like you got separated at Disney World and you're like, I'm looking for us. He's like this tall. And they're like, I mean, if you haven't been a part of that, but in those layoffs, they would say, here's right management, here's your resume support,
Yes.
here is
Yes.
this. You
Yes.
would get a packet. And to Dion's point, like give, a business go bag or important context in HR. You can remind people because you're about to cut them off of the EAP that they're still
Yes. Yes.
able to
Because they should be
get.
on benefits till the end of the month at
That's
least
right.
if you're not going to do another
So
30 days.
please,
Right.
that's the other part. Please don't lay
Yes.
people off on the 27th. Don't.
I know.
Just
People
don't.
do that.
They
But
do
and I also want to say,
on
let me
purpose.
just say this though, for people that
Oh
do that.
Lord,
Let
you
me
say,
just
let me
say this. Let me say this
say
because
it,
people
Ruth.
don't realize this. There are compliance regulations in place that speak to the fact that yes, I may lay you off on the 27th, but if my last check is on the 3rd of the next month and you are still taking a benefits
Deduction.
deduction off my check, I actually get to access benefits for that whole month. Don't you
That's right.
dare do that.
That's right. Because don't try it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that is people, and then people get. This is don't do that to people in HR. I'm trying to lay off Heather, and Heather came back and asked for 3 months instead of 1 month. Yeah, Heather did, and Heather
Yes.
gave you the best years of her life.
And Heather may need 90 days. Look, y'all. They're not I
That's what I've been
actually
hearing. These
appreciate
two
that.
weeks.
She Heather may have a sense of I have friends. I'm going to be Heather for a second. Hi, I'm Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Heather may already have some friends who have experienced layoff, friends that she has made who are colleagues in the same kind of discipline that Heather is a part of. And so Heather knows my friends are having a tough time finding their next position. It's taking them 60, 90, 120, 180 days to
That's right.
find a next role. So now I'm being laid off in my organization. I am going to ask for 3 months because
That's
there's
right.
a likelihood that I'm not going to get my next job within
That's right.
90
And
days.
now it's worse. And I will tell you,
Yeah.
yesterday on Inclusive AF, which is the other podcast.
Good morning, Katie. We're so glad you're
Well,
here.
Katie ain't here. Anyway, so the other podcast, we had Dr. Carol Parker Walsh on yesterday. Please look her up. And she said this: the first thing you do, stop thinking about your next job title or your next job position, especially right now, because there might not be one. We're seeing layoffs where there is no AP clerk too, because that's been outsourced, and we have two people now in accounting, and they're all running agents. And think about what you want to do, what skills you want to learn, and what
Yep.
skills that you feel confident and what you can bring, because you're the only one that can bring that. And start
Yes.
talking to people, not about getting me a job, but start talking to them about what's possible and what skills you'd like to do. Otherwise, they'll just be looking for an accountant too. And if nobody says, right? Like,
Yes.
I was looking yesterday and I was talking to somebody about like an executive director at a nonprofit. Like, sure, I could do that if it was
Yes.
something I wanted to do. It wasn't anything I was passionate about, but it's like talking about the actual skills versus being a VP of TA. People are, oh, because like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, we know middle
Yep.
management is making
Yep.
a comeback. So there's lots of VPs wandering in the desert right now. And it's
You, I
important to
mean,
start talking about those skills, but you don't hear that during layoffs.
you don't. And the other side of it, though, I'll come at it from the other. And by the way, I want to see ideas. What of? I mean,
Yeah.
we've
Oh,
all
what's
experienced
good?
reduction in force. What's a good thing that happened to you? What was a good experience? Even though it's a terrible time, did something work? We'd love to hear that. But you bring up a great point in that one of the things that can happen in this displacement during layoff is, it's really a shot to your self-esteem. And so if we don't set people up well in that transition of being laid off, they're really going to be mired by doubt. I'm not good enough. I can't. And when you are in that headspace, believe it or not, you're more likely to apply for all kinds of positions because you can,
Mm-hmm.
not because you should.
Right.
So you can be qualified for a number of different things, or you can believe that you are for a number of different things. But this is one of the things I actually just chatted about again when I got together with that group of folks I was talking about. You have resumes, John Baldino, human resources resume. John Baldino, this is how you're saving your files. Recruitment resume. John Baldino, executive director resume. John Baldino. And let me tell you something. Recruiters know if you've got all your resumes labeled that way, you've got different versions, all kinds of versions of different industries. I'm not talking about versions that are in HR, but you're tweaking them a little bit specifically for the job that you're applying to. I get that. But they like recruiters know that, like, oh, here comes John with his executive director resume. Oh, look, he applied for another job that I'm overseeing in talent development and has a talent development resume. And it's like, don't let that take you off track from what it is that you're passionate about, that that you're good at. Now, if you need to make a career change, I get that. But I'm talking about just feeling desperate and throwing your stuff everywhere, right? The idea of doing mass applications, I don't know. I don't know if that's like the greatest thing that you should do.
You and stop listening. Listen, the
Yeah.
people who come with all these tools that are supposed to be helpful, that's got to be Jeremy. That's got to be Jeremy down there, LinkedIn user.
Oh, to starting an LLC. Yes.
Because when we were talking, he was like, "That's what you need to do." You listen. I don't know what I would do without my Johns and Jeremys. I don't know. I might just be sitting in a pool of my own tears because you do start thinking, oh, I'm supposed to do all this. And with all the information we get now, I mean, even LinkedIn's like, want me to help you with your resume? No, because this
And
is
LinkedIn's
your resume.
also telling you, here's jobs we think you'd be good at, and they'll send
That's
you all kinds of stuff.
literally putting me in double therapy. And that I was talking to Kieran and I said, Kieran, I'm going to do a video. I want to march back and forth. I'm going to read this description. You tell me if I did it or not. And then you tell these people they reject me one more time, you're going to come see them.
Right.
Because I was like, literally, I was like, I'm reading it, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I am perfect for this job. I am perfect for this job on paper. For
Right.
whatever reason,
Right.
we don't know the inner workings of whatever they might be looking for somebody with different experience, but based on this AI job description, I'm perfect. And LinkedIn thinks I'm a top applicant. They also think
LinkedIn
I'd be
thinks
a top
all kinds of
applicant
things.
for like a people business,
Yes.
manufacturing business partner. No, I
Just because the software tells you, like when LinkedIn
they don't
doesn't
know.
mean it's true. They don't know
They
you.
don't know.
Indeed does not know you. They don't know you. I
Also,
appreciate
don't
that they're
let
trying to get you to apply, but they don't know
they
you.
don't. And don't let those people will say, "Oh, I didn't apply. It said that they had 1,500." No, they had
Lies.
1,500 that clicked apply, went to their
Correct.
website.
Correct. Don't listen to those numbers. Such
Don't.
a good point. I'm so glad you said that because this is where, again, if we don't set people up well in the transition out, that affects our headspace in what might be next for us. And so you start looking at all these things and psych yourself out. Oh, 9,000 people applied for this job. First of all, let's just say that's true. Let's say 9,000
Right.
people apply for that job. Why couldn't you have as good a chance at any of the
That's
others? If that many people are applying, why would you let that psych you out from doing it? I do want to
what you got.
Mike Petito's
I
Yes, You Are
yes,
Being
you're being
Judged,
judged.
a realist guide to job searching.
Yeah.
This is so good. I'm going back through it actually again. It's so good. You can get this starting Monday. It'll
Yeah.
be open live and open for everybody to get it. He does a great job. Well done,
I
Mike.
have a phone call.
Lots of
Let
nuggets.
me tell you about Mike Pedito. So last week I was cracking up. I said, "Hey, boss, I know that you like. I want to talk to you about some of this stuff, right?" And he said, "Uh, he goes, "Oh, I'm going on, and then my kids are going back to school." And he said, "I owe you a phone call. Let me know when you can chat." And he was like, "That's me just putting it back on you." I was like, "Thanks, Mike." Now I have to schedule it. At least he
Okay.
put it in there.
Yeah.
And he's so funny. If you
He
ever get
is
to meet him,
so funny.
he's such a gem.
He's an enigma in
He's
so
a
many
real
ways.
one. Oh, he is like full enigma. Like
But
I love him because I know he gets it, but he's not
yes,
gonna laugh obnoxiously. That's what I love. And you're gonna think he doesn't get the joke. He gets the joke.
he gets the joke. He gets the joke. But he's got some great nuggets in there. And it's interesting because and again, this isn't the Mike Petito show, but I will say like what we're talking about here, has
Yeah.
experienced layoff, has
Yeah.
experienced,
And twice. And he just was talking. He even said last week on, I think it was TikTok, because if you know, he's got lots of followers.
oh my
And
gosh,
I
yeah.
think it was TikTok. He was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I have anything to say. I think I've said everything. I think I've said everything I have to say.
And
And
so honestly,
especially in his book.
you just go back to your first post and start all over again. Because honestly, it'll work. Just do it all
Listen,
again.
and here's the other part, like, as long you want people to make this bet on you, and this goes to our other friend, Lori Rudiman, you
Yes.
can bet on you.
Yes.
You
Yes.
bet on you.
I don't have that handy that I could grab it. It's in the other room. But
Todd
yes,
and
betting
Clay
on
both
you.
read it and loved the book. I have
Hmm.
everybody's book. I look, I don't know, like I collect books now. And
Yeah, but they're our friends. We want to
yeah,
support.
there are friends, which is the best part, but it's like
Yes.
it is always when you look at these books, it's interesting when there's a season when you need that. You need it. And I think it's important for you to bet on you.
Yes.
You get in these different situations and different times and different seasons. And it's hard when all of these things are coming out. You don't have to know what's next. You focus on the things that you can control.
Yes.
And these apps and all of these things and tools will have you thinking that you can control someone using this software. And the truth is, you're not going to control them. You're not going to control them. You can't put in Chat GPT, give me a resume that everyone will always want to interview. That'll beat all the
That
age
I'll get the
guesses. That'll
job
do
every time. Right.
not
No.
going to do it.
No.
You have to do that work.
And
And
I
so,
think I'm sorry, if you have been through this process and have gotten a job and you get to sit in a spot where you have supervisory responsibility over others, I'm going to just ask you, remember what you've been through, and it'll help you with the measure of grace you need should you have to deliver difficult news like that to somebody on your team.
and
If you get to walk through a riff and you've
uh,
got to get rid of one, two, three people on your team because that's what has, come down from on high. I hope you remember what you went through and try to be as gracious in response to those you're talking to.
and schedule a meeting to talk to someone. I saw 2 days ago this woman posted my class. I was so glad. Please take my class. Please take my LinkedIn learning class. Go through it. Put the little stars out there, please. Um, anyway, she reposted my LinkedIn learning class and she said, 2, 3 years ago, when I got laid off, you talked to me, and it meant more to me than anything,
Mm,
and it just always stuck with me. And so I've always want to make sure that people get an opportunity to share your things. Now, do I remember the conversation? No. I went back into my LinkedIn and I know that we had the conversation. I see that we scheduled the meeting. Um, but it meant so much in having those conversations. I don't remember exactly what I said.
I'm sure it
I
was
just
wonderful. I'm
I'm
sure
sure
it
it
was
was
wonderful.
brilliant.
I
I
mean,
probably should have recorded it. I
come
probably should
on.
have. But the point is, like, sometimes you can be the grace. We're counting on our companies, but it's really up to us as individuals to show grace to people because
Yes.
people
Yes.
do feel like they're worth.
Yes.
I'm lucky because I'm sitting here crying, feeling worthless, and people are like, "Okay, that's fine, but can you do this thing? Because I think you're really valuable." And I'm like, "I don't have a job." They're like, "Yeah, but can you do this?" And I'm like, "Okay, but
And then there's me who's like, stop crying.
right." Then you're like, "Jackie, we have a meeting in an hour."
Stop your crying.
You can do
Put
that, right?
put
Okay,
your
yeah,
pants on. Let's
right.
go. That's
Let's go. Get in the car, loser. We're going shopping. So
it's
be
it,
that person.
you I love that you're calling that out because grace is an individual decision. You can't corporatize grace. It's an individual decision. And so if you have really awful people who can't offer grace to staff that are about to go through this, if you have awful people, I just want to say something that I have said to CEOs before. You may be getting rid of the wrong people because Joe is a nasty, nasty person who has no heart for any of the people that we're about to displace. And I think he's probably going to be more cancerous for your culture long term. Oh, but he's got great skills. Honey, I'll find you those skills in someone who is much more pleasant
Why
to
don't
work
talk
with.
about Joe?
Joe, well, first of all, because Joe isn't here today, I haven't seen him pop up yet.
You
And he
know,
is nasty, nasty,
well,
nasty, nasty.
he's a nasty man. He's
He
a
is.
nasty man.
The
Um,
oh, we got to share your. Let me see. Can we do this?
I just gave it to Jamie.
No, no, we'll just put it in the chat. What's the matter with you?
Can I put it in the chat?
I just did. Host just put it in. My name is Host
I can't
today.
post messages to some channels.
It's because it won't appear on YouTube. Maybe I
I
can't
think
remember.
it's only I don't know.
Well, there we
Look
go.
at all the things.
Look at us. We're like anyway.
Hold on. Here, I'll put it here.
this internet thing. What's happening? What's happening?
Ayada.
I,
Here, I'm gonna do it.
what's your problem? Um, the reality though for layoffs, honestly, that I know we say this all the time, but I have to tell you, there's so many that still aren't doing it. If you are in transition and you are watching this show now live or after the fact, please, please, please put your LinkedIn profile in this chat. Call out the kinds of roles that you're looking for. Please do that because we have people from all over the world watching this show. And we have folks that are watching it who come from an HR, recruiting, talent acquisition background, or currently in those roles. You want them to see that you are looking for something. Please use this chat.
And remember, the things that you can control just to be your mom for a second starts with personal hygiene, getting up every day, eating good food, exercising, getting your water and all of your vitamins. Take vitamin D and vitamin B. Start with that. If that's all you can do,
That's fair.
great. If
Yes.
you can't get there, get help, but start with those.
Yes. Love that. Did you walk today?
No, but girl, I barely walk from the bedroom to the chair.
Yes. You
But
are put those sneakers on.
I did run to go get this because I was like, oh my
That doesn't
legs
count as a
locked up.
run. Go put your sneakers on and go for a run. Knock it off.
I know. I have to start running again. I would let my foot that was bothering me stop me from running, but I can run with it. Just
Just
doesn't
drag your foot. That's what
never
you know.
just drag your little nub back there. Get two shoes.
Thanks everybody. Great time today.